This video is proudly sponsored by Brilliant. More about them later in this video. In this 2025, if you are just learning tutorials and you are not implementing and creating projects, you are just heading to failure. I want to be honest with you. That's the truth out there. So most of you just go on YouTube and what happens? You keep on learning tutorials, but you never implement those tutorials and you don't create anything. This is what I want to solve for you. I've just finished deploying some major updates on my software. I have two softwares online. So my name is Abdul Wahab. I'm the founder of Antify and also Fun UI. So I'm not going to go deep into my softwares, but I want to teach you how you can create your own software. And you want to know the secret? 40% of the work is AI. Yes, 40% of what I'm doing is just AI helping me. So it's not like I'm a genius. No. And I want to show you how you can also start creating and launch your own successful software online. So let's get onto it. Look, a few years ago, I'll spend months and years over engineering projects but never get them out there. But then I've cracked the code, and that is what I want to show you. I have cracked a system that can help you create and launch softwares in just 30 days. So right now, any software I've just started, in just 30 days, I'm always done. And I always say this, the real learning doesn't come from tutorials, but you implementing those tutorials and creating projects. Have you ever wondered why most people always ship faster and smarter and always ahead of you? I used to think they had teams, insider informations, or they have worked harder than me, but that wasn't the truth until I stumbled upon the real truth. The thing is, most of you are drawn into research. 42 tabs open, notes everywhere, weeks go by and they're still planning. For me, this is what I like to do. Once I get an idea, I always spend an hour or 2 hours just going through research, and that is all. After 2 to 1 hour, I'm done with research. Look, I don't do extensive research. I don't do that. Once an idea comes into my mind, what I do is just open to look for similar systems. That's the first step you need to do. Open and look for similar systems and look for cracks in those systems, cracks that you can solve. Look, any system you are creating, if that system don't exist, but there's always a similar system, a system that is similar to that system. So just go research, look for similar systems and look for cracks in those systems, and that is the first step. And once I have an idea and I have the cracks and then the problems, I open ChatGPT. That's the first thing I do. I open ChatGPT, and this is the prompt I always give it. Here's the problem, here's what I found. Now give me a 4-week execution plan, split it into tasks, assign priorities, and give me deadlines, and also export it into Notion template. And in few minutes, I've already got my Notion plan created by ChatGPT for free. What I do is open Notion, create a database, and then I'll import the files from ChatGPT to have a plan. Just a 30-day plan, that's 4 weeks. While others are out there searching on YouTube how to create and build their MVP, I'm already shaping, building, getting feedbacks from users, and working on my project. So don't spend a lot of time researching. 1 hour or 2 hours, you are done. So now let's get to the sponsor of this video, Brilliant.org. So 5 minutes a day is equals to 30 hours in 6 months. That's not a code, it is math. Just 5 minutes every day, and in 6 months you have already stacked up 30 hours of knowledge in your brain. Before that, when I started to learn programming, I'll just be opening tabs, opening YouTube, go to Udemy, just open tabs everywhere, and I was learning nothing, basically nothing. All I was doing just learning tutorials, but not implementing those tutorials. And that's what I just said. When you are learning, don't just learn tutorials, but try to implement those tutorials. And this is where Brilliant comes. Brilliant doesn't overwhelm you with 6 hours of learning, but it gives you short interactive challenges that actually teach you how to think like a programmer, algorithms, logic, computer science, Python, and even neural networks. And all of it builds up slowly but powerfully day by day. Brilliant takes complex problems and break them down into smaller, understandable pieces. And the good thing is, I'm giving you this challenge. Make sure to sign up, and after you are done signing up, you can select 5 minutes a day, just 5 minutes a day, but every day just spend 5 minutes learning a skill. And trust me, it's going to be the best investment you have made this year. And I've been using Brilliant a lot in my learning journey. Get a 30-day free trial and 20% off your annual premium subscription, but only when you use my link or scan the QR code on the screen. And don't worry, I'll leave the link and the QR code at the end of this video for you to access them later. And let's continue with our video. While others are busy arguing over folder structures, design, and all that, for me, I don't do that. I just open my code and start coding. I don't care about how the application looks when I start to create. Look, most of my applications, the first version look totally different from the current version. Just take Facebook for example. If you open the first version of Facebook, you'll be amazed how it have improved over time. So don't worry about the looks of the website or the web application you are creating. Just start creating the MVP now, and you always update it later on. If it works, if it solves a problem, that's a win. So don't worry about animations, glamorphism, smooth transitions. No. Make sure to have a functional website at the beginning. You want to have something that is functional at the beginning. So that's the next step you have to put at the back of your mind. So while most of them open Figma, worrying about their designs, I don't do that. I just start coding and start building the Ogle application. I'll repeat that. I start coding the Ogle application. For me, as long as it works, that is it. When people open your software, they want it to work. So once you launch, there'll be bugs, there'll be a lot of errors, but you keep on improving and keep on working on it. So the next step is how I organize my launching. Look, once I start to build a project, I start working on the launching. That's what I do. I open Product Hunt and start preparing for launching, even when the product is in production. So let me tell you the good thing about this. Why you should not finish until you are done with the project before you start to launch. Look, once you are done with the project, you get out there and people start using. So because of that, you don't spend time on the launching. You just get a raw landing page and that is it. But once you take time, once you start any page, you start working on launching it. Just open Product Hunt and plan the launching as you build. Maybe you can spend 10 minutes a day for the launching. So I'll repeat this, plan 10 minutes a day for the launching every day for the 30 days. So every day for the 30 days, just plan 10 minutes for the launching and that is it. Don't wait until you are done with the whole application before you start planning the launching. As you code, start planning for launching your application on Product Hunt. So now how do I juggle all the work? AI is my 24/7 lieutenant. AI is my co-pilot. Look, most people go like AI is coming to replace a lot of you. No, AI is not going to replace you. But let me tell you the truth. You are going to be replaced by someone that uses AI. As simple as that. Someone that uses AI will replace you. Because look, what it will take you hours to do with AI is just 5 or 15 minutes. You are done. So I use ChatGPT a lot and I have a lot of AIs I use that help me. And there's this AI tool I've been using on my VS Code and it's called Windsurf. So let's just take it. I need a function that will give me my user data from the session storage. Instead of me hard coding the code, I'll not do that. I'll just use Windsurf. Then I'll ask it to give me a function that will pull all my user data from the session storage and boom, this is the function. Just clean and simple. I'll just retake it, maybe change the names and all the variables, and that is it. So AI is coming to stay. The moment you start using it, the better for you. So AI can help you with things like bugs and a lot of things. So if you are using VS Code, make sure to install the Windsurf AI and it will help you save lots of course, AI is not perfect. Once AI generates something for you, you can always tweak it, change it however you want. There might be issues, you can just work on them and just change it to match what you want. AI developers, they aren't cheating, they are evolving. Instead of spending 3 hours debugging a code, why not 8 seconds? Just 8 seconds and you are done. And once I have my MVP ready, the real work starts. And what's the real work? Getting feedbacks from users and also working on the software. So once you have your software online, you have to stay awake. You have to open it, constantly open it, because look, it is going to crash. There are going to be issues, bugs, and you are going to work on them. And the user feedbacks matters. User feedbacks matters. So you have to gather user feedbacks. You must have a form that users will just give a feedback so that you work on those feedbacks and also iterate on the software. So this is the future of software. So don't spend months and years researching. No, just 30 days, you are done and you can always improve on the product. My name is Abdul Wahab. I teach developers like you how to launch a successful business online. If that intrigues you, make sure to smash on that subscribe button. And always remember, every expert was once a beginner. And as always, let's build something great together. Before you leave, click the link in the video description or scan this QR code to start your 30-day free trial and unlock 20% off your first year. This is a limited time offer. Don't wait. And I'll see you in the next one.